This is the Tormek SVG 320 planer attachment jig. Comes in two parts. This is the part that you attach your blade to. You got a smaller one centered into these 3 hold down spots. Just snugging up the outside ones, no real tension there because you don't want to bend the bar back there. And then when you go and put it on here, it's got a pre-greased dado with a piece of key stock in there so it doesn't wiggle. It has this little pin and you can set your end stops. I just kind of look at it by eye to make sure I'm not overshooting. Okay, so it's putting the jig on there. You're just taking off your regular tool guide off and sliding in the jig. It has these little dial indicators to see what your difference is up and down, and they're actually set to be lined up in front to have the same number. So you should be able to get it dialed in without any sort of left to right wobble on it. Push it down slightly, tighten up your set screws so it holds that position, and then as you're going and sharpening, you can pull off this to see how it is that your piece is turning out. This blade actually has 2 angles on it. There's one up here that we're not going to use, and then there's the angle up here that is where we're going to be sharpening today. Alright, so getting the angle set up, just going to use the good old marker trick. Put a line on there, and then put it down, give it a bit of a spin. I don't actually turn it on because all the water will come up and just wash off most of the marker. If we look at that, I'm getting about halfway there. So it's tipped too far, I got to drop it down a bit. It's only getting the tip. So I'm going to undo that, dial it back to 0 in the front, push it down, lock in the 2 set screws in the back, draw on there again, let's check it again. This part's kind of tedious, but of course this is what gives you the consistency with this machine. A little bit further. Down again. Take it over. And that looks like it's hitting it pretty much all the way across. So this is the angle set up properly. You can see that top bevel, the marker's pretty much wiped off the entire width of the bevel. Now we're just going to bring it down. I'm going to make sure my water level's topped back up. The stone soaks up quite a bit on this machine. So we'll just turn it on, pop it up to the top of the little fill line in there, and then that's it. Just make sure you're using the whole width of the stone. And I like to repeat on one side. I find it a little bit more even. And that's the beauty of being able to pull it off like that. It's still got a nick right up there and there. There were a lot of nicks in there if you guys noticed that at the beginning. looks pretty good. So now I just have a chunk of Arkansas stone, get a little bit of water on it as a lubricant. Clean it up on the back a bit to get rid of any burrs. And I think we're good to go. Doesn't take that many passes to clean that up. And there were some pretty large nicks in there to begin with. The nicks were all on this side over here. There's about 6 of them in a row. Okay, now that I've taken off most of the burrs from grinding it, I just freehand running the leather wheel. I start it low and I bring it up until there's no gap visible in the front, and then just pull it across. This is more about just cleaning it up.